A new year is here, the holidays are over, and we have an exciting group here this morning to talk to us about mental well-being, especially this time of year, and a collaboration that these two amazing women are doing to kind of help with that. And so we have Amy and Kitty. Thank you for being here this morning.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, and so first of all, Amy, you're what is the title again of yours?
An emotional wellness life coach.
Okay, and so we're kind of talking about the mental well-being this time of year. You know, we live in the UP, it's cold, there's snow, days are, shorter, and so kind of bringing a positive mindset to this time of season is very important.
It sure is. There's nothing that Upers are more accustomed to than lots of snow. And yet on the inside, a lot of times people feel a sense of isolation, a sense of disgruntledness toward the weather, and there's a difference between wintering well and wintering poorly. And it has more to do than with snow removal. So as we take up winter, I really recommend people, looking for a boost in themselves to embrace the season. It's like we get so excited in summer, and then fall comes and it's beautiful in the leaves, and then you start hearing people like, oh, it's winter, I don't want it to be winter. And winter is such a gorgeous time, and it's necessary in nature, and it's also necessary in our own cycles. It's a time of kind of drawing inward, it can be, and a time to kind of let some of the things that have been happening throughout the year settle and turn and churn, so that things can kind of come undone a little bit, rest, and then spring forth more in the new year. And we humans don't always work on the same timeline as the seasons, but this gives us a great opportunity to really embrace the outside, even if it's cold, dress for the weather. We get kind of stagnant staying inside all the time and think to ourselves and give in, I just want to be comfortable, I don't want to suit up and go outside. When we do, it shifts the mood so much. Getting a little bit of outside, seeing the trees, whether it's a walk around the block, the neighborhood, or going out a little bit further and dressing for that, or just walking around downtown, or however that goes. But the other thing is to notice as you're inside and wanting that, there's a difference between solitude and loneliness. And solitude is so wonderful. It is a thing that we crave sometimes a little bit more, or to just be with our softer family unit or friend unit. Or to be with our animals and blanketed down and that sort of thing, and that's beautiful. And yet, when that gets a little stale, we start to feel alone, disconnected, all these things. So, getting outside is great, and then finding ways to be in community, whether you have a lot of community around you or not. The library is a beautiful place to go. Going in and out of shops, kind of slowly meandering a little bit. You can spend money or not, but we have places to go. So reaching out to people, and then also giving grace, I think, with each other socially, for like not being in perpetual summer, and to let there be a little bit more room around the commitments that we make and things like that, to let people kind of be in or be out, is some different tips and things like that. So staying active, enjoying that slowness, but not letting it get so stale.
Both of you have businesses in the Gazer building in Ishpeming, and you two have kind of collaborated together on this new initiative. If you wouldn't mind speaking about that, and I do want to give a quick shout out to Bat. I forgot to introduce Bat. So.
How dare you? She needs her own super now that just says
exactly.
Bat, best dog in the UP.
Yes.
Don't tell the other two dogs.
Yes. So what is this collaborative effort that you two have started?
So it's called the Burrow. So we both have businesses, and we both recognized not too long after meeting each other that we have a deep desire and aptitude for creating community, for creativity, and this is a fellow book lover. Maybe she's, I don't know if there's a bigger book lover, but she's really doing stuff.
Probably is.
Yeah. So we have our multiple businesses, and we thought, wouldn't it be great to pull them together, not in one house, and invite others along? So do you want to talk a little bit more?
Yeah, so we met actually at Accelerate UP. They had like a grant meeting, and that's when we started talking about our business plan, our goals, kind of what the pillars of our businesses were, and that's when we realized like, oh, we kind of are after the same thing, just coming at it from different angles. And we both had been working on achieving the same goals for a really long time. So it was cool to find someone else who wanted to do that just serendipitously. And so my plan has always been I wanted to create a sober social space for the West End that was open in the evening hours. So if folks, after they get off work, want somewhere to go that's not a bar, which bars have their place too. I mean, you can enjoy them responsibly and get that sense of community there too, for sure, but there are some people that for whatever reason, that's not what they're interested in. And so having a space in the evenings to go was very important to me. And I just wanted to see a place that had a productive creativity to it as well, that it's not just you go and you sit and you drink. That's something that's not alcohol, but just kind of like a sedentary activity. I wanted there to be a little bit of movement and creation to it as well.
To have people be engaged, and be able to do that in a relaxing way that maybe isn't all full out. So something I love that you have put together are these creativity kits. Those creativity kits that you've done. So you can, like, Kitty has books, browsing books, and that's Bat's Amore.
Yes.
And used in maybe a few new books.
Yeah.
Kind of evolving, expanding a little bit that way.
So they're new adjacent. I have on my shelves what are called remainder books, that they're excess from publishers, so they're not actually like printing new books for the store, but they're books that have either been returned from a store or whatever, or just a store hasn't been able to sell them. So they're already printed, they're not necessarily new, but what that means is I can get them at a steep discount and still keep them at like a used book price.
Very cool. Awesome. And so, what you guys are doing, this is kind of still in the beginning stages, but coming into fruition, right?
Yeah.
I literally had to scrape a little paint my arm so it didn't come with me. Yesterday I saw somebody and they were like, your face is covered in paint splatter. So, we've been doing that ourselves. Yeah.
And we were moving furniture until like 9:30 last night. So yeah.
And much more to go.
Yes. Right.
But the goal, it has multiple aspects. So we have the main space it's second and division, and it has been known for a long time as Rare Earth Goods.
Yeah.
And there's still the cafe in the back, and then Rare Earth Goods is rebranding into something else, and that's a great thing too. We're kind of taking over that, so that main space will be the Burrow, and then the little shop next door is the studio at the Burrow. And so we'll be able to have kind of this mixed use where we're looking to have kind of some co-working come in during the daytime. We haven't quite launched that yet. We want to get the bookshop moved in. I will have my life coaching services, maybe some meditation classes and some different personal growth opportunities, grief circles, things like that. And then in the main area, we'll have kind of a lounge space where people can use for maybe less private topics, or knit night or book clubs, and if people from the community, we really want to have them inform what they want as well, and then to try to kind of create this multi-use place to be and have programming that matters.
Excellent. And is there a timeline, or is it kind of just, you both have very busy lives as it is, so is it kind of just you work on it as you go through your, normal life?
So the goal right now is to have regular set business hours by like mid-February. So depending on how quickly we can get the space ready, there might be soft open hours before that, kind of like what I did when I was moving into the Gossard. I think September and October I had soft open hours, so just like look at the Facebook page and see when we'll be open for the week. We'll definitely make the announcement that way, and we'll also let you guys know so you can like post on the website or whatever too.
You know, is there anything lastly that you want the viewers to know about if they're interested in learning more about you two and you know what you guys have created or anything like that? How can they find out more? Anything you just want them to know?
I think that I would like people to, we haven't really started putting anything on our Facebook page yet, but it's the Burrow 906 on the Facebook page. Yeah, it's the Burrow. It's the Burrow 906 on the Facebook page. And if you have ideas for the community, you can reach out. I don't know how long it'll take us to process through some of those things, but keep your eyes and ears open for the Burrow and Studio at the Burrow in Ishpeming. It's where we'll have Apiary Life Studio, which has been doing a lot of things. We've got Bats and More used books. We have Hope Dreams Art, Amy Turner Coaching. We already have another co-working business that's going to be moving along with us, Bright Eyes and Lullabies, and that's like specialty infant newborn care. The businesses that have to do with creativity, wellness, and empowerment is what we're looking for to really boost the West End.
Excellent. Yeah, and Kitty?
I'm just really excited that there has been so much excitement from the community for having this sober social space, and really just once we're open or have those soft open hours, really just invite anybody who wants to come, like come hang out, come give Bat a pat or a smooch or a hug. Can't promise her breath will smell good, so you know, maybe smooch at your own risk, but but yeah, we're really excited, and I think it's just going to be ever evolving and really cool to see a year from now how it grows from what we initially thought to what it's going to be, and really like we can't make that happen without community buy-in.
Exactly, yes. And Bat, anything else you'd like to say?
You want to go over there and give us a
We'll be opening at some point a West End Entrepreneurs Club to meet there, and keep your eyes peeled for the Hive Guide, which is a very cool thing that's launching through Apiary Life Studio as well.
Excellent.
Happy hours, all kinds of fun stuff.
Perfect. We'll have you back to talk about that as well. Yes. Thank you to Anthrees for being here. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, and we'll be right back with more My UP Mornings after the break.